to WWE Evolve and Smackdown review recap. Throwing our 2 cents into the ring, telling you what we thought.
Into the ring?
Yes.
We're in the ring?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be in the ring sooner or later.
And what I tell you this week, when you get there, I don't care where it's at, if it's some backwater mud pit, I'm going to be like, that's my boy! That's my boy!
That's exactly how it's going to be. So,
I don't care, you be heel, face, whatever, they all going to know who you are.
I'm fucking awesome. Anyway.
We'll pretend that that's right.
I know. It is. It is. Anyway, jumping straight into the first match, we have...
I didn't introduce me.
I don't think any of us introduced ourselves. I'm Jofari.
I'm CK.
I'm Knight Rider.
And we're jumping straight into the first match. We have Idris and Nofi versus Jamar Hampton.
Before we get into like all this, I said it last night because we watch it. He has D&D usually on Wednesday, and if we don't have D&D, we usually wind up just saying, okay, we're going to go ahead and skip it and make sure
we watch it on
Friday. So in case you're new to all this, that's kind of where we base our stuff. But it was a good show, but it wasn't near the bar it usually is.
Yeah, it was a good show, but I felt like it wasn't as exciting as it usually is.
Yeah, usually like Evolve is action. There was a lot of action, but I feel like they kind of had they stopped momentum there for this week so far.
Yeah, I agree. But what we got was still good. Like I said, Idris and Nofi versus
still
Jamar
better than most of the main roster shit we get.
Unfortunately. Though this week was good. Anyway, Idris and Nofi versus Jamar Hampton. And like I said, this was good. There was lots of back and forth. They were both showing off their power, their athleticism.
The part I have a problem with, and I know it's the character. And I know where we go with this all the time. We want to see him get punched in the face, 100%. But Idris and Nofi is just annoying.
Yeah.
I'm all for, and I kind of said this multiple times about different things. It's okay to be cocky, but
you text her and tell her you're going live?
It's okay to be cocky and arrogant and all that, but there's a limit to like how much before you just come off.
Like the Vanity Project?
Yes. Idris and Nofi is like that same level. So like there's a level which like you're heel. I fucking want to see you get punched in the face, and then there is like. And I hate to bring this up, and it's going to be one of those things, we bring this up all the time because they are a bar for me. That is like way over the bar, and where the bar should never be is Mance Warner and 70 DeLander. That is way over the extreme, okay?
I don't. You are an interesting dilemma. You have such a problem with them, and to me, they're just like, meh.
You know what? I'm going to bring this up, and we're going to bring this up later, but I did find something that is even more horrifying than that.
Okay.
She wrote a book, and she's doing the audio for the book.
That sounds about right, yeah.
I'm absolutely terrified. This is even a thing. I understand a lot of wrestlers and pop famous people all write books, and I don't even know what it is. It just said, I'm now doing the audio for my book that I wrote, and that's all that I put on the TNA Discord. But it's like, oh God, I should wrote a book.
But
anyway,
bringing us back on track.
Anyway, I wanted to get to the point that what I was trying to get to before I went sidetracked is that's how I see Idris and Nofi. He's just, there's a level to be arrogant. And then there is that 2 or 3 steps too far to where you just come off as like ass.
Yeah. It's almost like that's the intention.
You know what? Let me explain this to you. The Vanity Project works. They do step over the line. But I get the direction they're trying to go with them, and I like the direction they're trying to go. I think they're a great new up-and-coming team, or whatever. Do I want to see him get punched in the face? Most of the time. But it's not... Ida Sanofi, I feel like, is, like, 2 steps over even what the Vanity Project is. Like, even the Vanity... I feel like even the Vanity Project is like, dude, what the fuck?
I don't know if we've been watching the same show. I think we were watching 2 completely different shows.
I think he comes off as way too arrogant.
Yes, on purpose. But once again, I don't know in what universe you're putting Idris Sanofi as more arrogant than the Vanity Project, but you know what? I'm not here to argue. I'm just proving why I'm right. Anyway.
As your shirt.
Yeah, it's a great shirt. You should get it. It's or at least it was at Walmart. I don't know if it is anymore.
I'm not arguing, just proving why I'm right.
Exactly. Anyway.
Or explaining why I'm right.
Yeah.
Explaining?
Something like that. It's the same general idea. But this was a great match.
Exactly.
It was a good match. Like I said, though, another thing that really bothers me is the Jamar Hampton. Like, why couldn't we just keep Troy Yearwood or... I feel like it would have been fine if he did like Gentala, who was
like it was like a promo that introduced her name as opposed to just he's called this.
I'm out here as Troy Yearwood for like the first week or 2, whatever,
and then actually
do a promo as Troy Yearwood, and like I am no longer Troy Yearwood. What? I'm Jamar Hampton. What? Wait. Did we just have a personality switch? That's what it really felt like to me, and that's where I guess I had the biggest problem. I understand switching the names or whatever, but did we have to do it on camera, like during a promo?
Yeah.
Which it felt really weird. Like it's like if you go on there and you're Tafari, whatever, and you wrestle as Tafari, blah blah blah, and whatever, and they're like, okay, we're gonna make you. Your new name is Super Kong or something, and you're out there. Yes, Tafari is a great wrestler, but I am no longer Tafari.
No, super. Yeah, it doesn't work. I agree.
It's just weird. To me, it was weird. But anyway, going on.
I feel like it could have worked. It was once again like the promo we get later on about adrenaline drip. Great idea. The execution, not so great. But anyway, like I said, phenomenal match between these two, both showing off their athleticism.
And they're both, I'm not going to say the highest flyers, but they definitely both can move.
Oh, yeah.
Because these are definitely speed.
Yeah, they're some big boys, but they can move around that ring really fast. They can do some jumps, some leaps, some hops, and some skips.
They're kind of a good half and half.
Yeah.
They're not exactly the big, strong boys, but they're not exactly the cruiserweights.
Yeah.
And they can kind of
do both,
blend those a little bit, but they only do. This isn't a bad thing, and it's going to sound bad, but it's not meant to be bad.
Like a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can do each of them good, but I feel like if they would focus on one, it might be better. But
yeah.
They work. That's all I'm going to say, is it works. But if I were Idris won.
Yes, he pulls out the win.
Straight jacket, net breaker.
Nope. Then we have Stevie Turner talking backstage with Lince Dorado. You know, she's giving him props. Like, you know, when you said you were going to bring someone to Evolve, I thought you were going to bring like street rat, gutter trash. She doesn't quite say it like that, but she says something along those vague lines of like, you know, nobody's essentially. But you brought the LWO to Evolve. Jaquin Wilde says that the OG Evolve meant so much to his career. So to help out Lince Dorado tonight is a full circle moment for him. Lince is hoping that Stevie offers him the same opportunities she gave Sean Legacy because he plans on becoming Evolve Lucha Lit, baby. So I guess he's going after the Evolve title now.
They don't have the full thing on this. But they do. Excuse me. They do the whole Cappuccino Jones, Jack Carter.
Yeah, it was okay. So look, I think the name is good. I think the
It was the story time that they did to get to
it was terrible.
Because it starts off with like Cappuccino Jones, and he's like talking up to Jack Cartwheel, and he's like, "Yeah, I called you this morning," and then Jack's like, "Yeah, you asked me if I wanted a cup of coffee."
Yeah, like I wanted some drip, and I was like, no, I got way too much adrenaline in my body. I can't handle any more drip. And then they were like, adrenaline drip. It was not good. It felt very.
It was like they were on the phone together at this moment, but he was like this, like on the phone.
Yeah, they were like retelling a phone call they had to come up with the tag team name, and I think the name is good. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me. I think Adrenaline Drip is an interesting name and encapsulates them both well. But the story time to get there was not good.
The story time was kind of
because you even said I think that's the worst name of all time. Like I disagree. Great Hands still pretty bad, and apparently we got one during Smackdown that's even worse. But that's besides the point. It was just the execution that wasn't great. We like the name.
I'm trying to get used to it, but
the story time did not do it
justice. Time to get there, like you said, I'm gonna hope that it was a story time getting there.
Yeah,
but like you said, the story time was painful.
But then we go to our second match of the night: Jin Tala versus Layla Diggs, and once again,
this is good.
A solid match.
This, and I know I say it so much. Gentala Lee, whatever her name was, we'll say Gentala, but when she was in LFG, she seemed to struggle.
Yeah.
A lot. But I'm going to say this. Seeing her in Evolve,
she's come a long way.
She's come a long way since the close of season 1.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm quite 100% on board with. I'm on board with her, but I don't know where she's still quite NXT main roster.
No, I'm not saying she is. I think she still has a long way to go, but I think she's making progress towards being ready for NXT, ready for. Well, you have to go to NXT before you get to the main roster. But point being, I think she's making steady progress towards it. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we saw her back on season 3 of LFG, because I know they're already planning for season 3. Right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her back on season 3 of LFG.
Well, I think she's going to be one of the participants.
Why?
Because I think if she went on there, I think it would be better for her to kind of be where she's gotten. Then
that's fair.
But that's my opinion. But anyway, probably the best match.
Oh yeah, like I said, this was chef's kiss.
But like I said, even still, I don't feel like it was the bar that they usually set.
No, it was. Excuse me.
But this was the best they had.
Yeah, like I said, and this is nothing to say like bad about.
No.
The matches, but we are usually excited for Evolve because we get great matches.
We get almost better.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not almost. Better matches
than the main roster most of the time. And these were not bad by any means. They
were still better than the main roster, which is really sad. And I like we said 100 times. I think a lot of the problem is the main roster is rinse repeat.
Yes, but also it's lots of rinse repeating. It's lots of outside involvement. Like I've said, at least once a week. I'd say at least once on every single show, we get outside involvement of some kind in at least one match. At least one match.
Usually all of them.
It feels like it sometimes. But,
But like we said, this was probably
the best they had.
The best they had for it. And I mean, they were. There was multiple times in which it could have gone.
Yeah, it could have. It was a flip flop. Like they were. If I remember correctly, they were. Oh no, that was later on the night. But they were reversing pinfalls, all kinds of shit. Jin Tala manages to pull up the victory. With the Baku Bond, and then after the match, Shui comes in, has an interview with her. He asks her about pulling Layla's hair during the match, and she says that all I've been doing is applying exactly what LFG told me to do, and that is to win, collecting wins because that's my goal. And I've been kicking ass all over Evolve.
And I don't know if that's quite what they meant when they said win, but. Fair enough.
Checks and championships. That's all it's about. Mm-hmm. That you don't need friends. You don't need none of that.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. This next. I'm glad it was. I'm not glad it was short, but again, it just proves that you can still have a really good
promo in this time instead of a really bad promo in this much time. Oh, God, that just reminded me of how we kicked off Smackdown.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, the Vanity Project is backstage, and they're not scared of the LWO. They run. The LWO... But,
okay, you're right. I skipped. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The LWO might run Mondays and Fridays, but the Vanity Project runs Wednesday nights. Tonight is about confidence, it's about poise, and most importantly, tonight's main event is all about vanity. Excuse me. Oh, God.
This is what I was talking about.
This was awful.
But you know what? I'm going to say this. If the stories go... Well, let's just get there.
Yeah. You take Stevie, because I want to take Callie.
Fair enough. All right. Kelly Armstrong, next week you defend your Evolve Women's Championship for the first time ever. But you are not just defending it against anyone. You are defending it against the multi-time champion, future Hall of Famer, the boat herself, Natalya.
All right, one question, since I wasn't watching when Natalya was like a big... What the fuck does the boat mean? I know what the goat means.
Best. Instead of greatest is best.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It really just...
That's so silly, but I love it. Anyway, Kelly Armstrong says, Stevie, trust me, I know exactly who Natalya is. She's a living legend. Listen, just hand me that pen and tell me where to sign.
Short and sweet from the champion. Natalya, the floor is yours. Is there anything you'd like to say to Callie?
And this was terrible. She says, actually, there's a lot I'd like to say to Callie. First off, Callie, you are the difference maker in Evolve, okay? So, that's you. You are amazing. I have nothing but respect for you. You are also the first ever Evolve Women's Champion. But ever since I got to Evolve and presented you with that championship, you've been nothing but rude to me. Yeah, you've been very rude to me. Callie says, I don't really see it that way. I had to fight through 3 of the toughest women in this division to get to that title. Callie's like, cry me a river.
Well, I'm going to take Natalya.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cry me a river.
And the way you were staring at it just felt disrespectful. Just like the way it felt disrespectful the way you stole that pin in our tag match. You're a legend. You're a champion. Hell, your name will probably be in the Hall of Fame someday.
Yeah, it will be.
You won championships on Raw, on SmackDown, but newsflash, Natalya, this is Evolve, and Evolve is Callie Armstrong's show. So, you ain't winning no championships around here.
Callie, that's the problem right here. You're selfish. You're only thinking about yourself. And I'm so sick and tired of hearing all these young women go, I worked so hard, I did this, I did that. I'm so exhausted. I'm just exhausted because I'm carrying this division on my shoulders. You don't have a clue about what it's like to carry a division on your shoulders for 18 years, okay? What Evolve needs is a woman who's going to lead this division into the future, not a selfish, spoiled brat.
Kettle calling the pot black or whatever the fuck.
Pot calling kettle black?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would love for you to go toe-to-toe with the boat. Here's my problem with this, and I said this last night. Natalya has prided herself on everything she has said. And everything she just told Kelly Armstrong she does. This has been Natalya's character from like day one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll even go as far to back in the day, and she still kind of does it, but she hasn't been on the main roster for a while.
Yeah.
But she still uses the Hart Legacy, the Hart Dynasty, She's not using her own name as much as she's using who she is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Using
your name to try to get points.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
And here's my thing with Callie, and I've said this before. Callie, back up everything she does.
Oh, absolutely.
She might be the one that you hate, but you know what?
She backs up everything she says.
She backs everything the fuck up.
She says, well, if you would love, please sign the contract. Listen, you're over here talking about leading the future and leading people to the future. Well, you could lead all the other people to the future, but you ain't leading me. And then
she tries to close on Natalya.
Yeah, and then Natalya gets her with a double leg takedown. She applies the sharpshooter, and I don't want to do it too hard because I might fuck things up. But like, not even a set. Like that was worse than Gunther at WrestleMania. Cause that was not even a second in the sharpshooter, and she was.
But again, here's the point I'm going to bring up. Who won?
Natalya. So that means she loses. Thank God. Thank God.
But what I think is going to happen, I think Natalya loses. But I think her beating Natalya only puts her up another rung.
Oh, absolutely. That is like you said, a legend, a future Hall of Famer, multi-time world champion.
I think WWE has already looked at Callie and went,
yeah,
that's a star.
Oh, absolutely. She's going to NXT. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't go straight to the main, not straight to the main roster, but straight to the main roster.
I think she's going to be another Stephanie, another Julia. 7, 8, 9 months, you're done.
Maybe a year at most.
You're
and then,
done.
yeah.
Let's go. Pull the card.
Absolutely. But then, we go backstage to Shawn Legacy. Timothy Thatcher walks up to him, and he says, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You put yourself in a no-win situation with that gauntlet match a few weeks ago. Legacy's, he's like, I just want to be Evolve champion so bad. I would do anything to get another opportunity. And Thatcher's like, do exactly that. Use that passion to lift heavier, to run faster, to train harder. Legacy, you could be a champion, but you can't keep putting yourself in stupid situations. Legacy, he's appreciative of Thatcher's support. I appreciate you for standing up to Keanu Carver last week. And Thatcher's like, the WWE ID program means a lot to me. And I'm not going to stand by while some big oaf blatantly disrespects it. I'll deal with Keanu Carver next week. I fear no man. Nobody disrespects the WWE ID program. Then we have a short little thing from Keanu Carver saying he's going to dog walk him, basically. Like, I'm going to beat your ass, run you over, blah, 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 blah.
And then we have, oh my God, you talking about wanting somebody punched in the face. I don't know where this person. I don't know what the whole thing is with the vanity thing on Evolve, but they're all, and maybe it's because it's Evolve and they have to think they have to try to prove themselves. So it's become this whole vanity war.
Probably.
But I feel like the vanity promos are way overdone.
But you remember them, don't you?
I'm trying not.
Exactly. They do their job.
But here's what I'm saying. Chantel Monroe, her little promo thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't feeling it. I get the path that they're trying to go with her, but I feel like we have a carbon copy of the Vanity Project. Ina Sanofe. Now we got Chantel Monroe, and I know that Chantel has been there before, but it's the point. I feel like, and those are the three that really stick out on like Evolve for me, like group wise.
Well, I feel like they probably stick out the most because it's a much smaller roster, and therefore the heels.
With the heels are all cocky. It's fine. I got a problem with them being cocky and arrogant and whatever. But let's just go with this because there's little things in this that really like get to me.
She says the women's locker room has called me everything under the sun. Cocky, conceited, arrogant. But honestly, they kind of ate. Because I don't call myself the reflection of perfection for nothing. And I don't know what Mason Holiday is chirping about. I mean, what you see is what you get. And I refuse to lower my standards for the Evolved Women's Division. I mean, yeah, Callie Armstrong is champion for now. But it's only a matter of time before the championship is around the perfect little waist of this show-stopping diva.
It's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of that.
Okay. Well, but let me ask you a question. We're talking about it, aren't we?
It's all.
We're talking about it, aren't we?
Okay, let me explain this to you. This is where I have a problem. The reflection of perfection. And again, every time you see Chantel Monroe, okay, she's got a mirror up to her face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all this. And I wish they would go the direction they kind of felt like they were starting to go down, and they kind of reverted back with the, like, who was it? I don't even remember who it was. It was like, this isn't who you are.
Mm.
Remember? I
Yeah.
don't remember. And she's like, kind of just gave him a snobby look. And now, you know, this is the scene. Again, this goes back to the Callie Armstrong thing, too. Mm-hmm. Callie Armstrong has not come out there and said, you know, or when she had said that she backed it up. Mm-hmm. Name one match that, like Chantal Monroe, hear me out, where she dominated it. I mean,
I don't remember most of her matches.
Exactly. Her promos are fantastic, figuratively.
Mm-hmm. But once again, we're talking about this. We sat here and talked about this for like 5 minutes now, as opposed to the Thatcher thing where we didn't even we read it and we went on. So she's doing her job.
Okay, the reason I didn't talk about the Thatcher thing is I didn't feel like it needed to be, because I 100% agree with the Thatcher thing.
Yeah, but you know what sells tickets? Anger. You know what sells more than, you know how they say sex sells? You want to know what sells more than sex? Anger, hatred, violence. If you can make people hate you,
I'm gonna agree with you, because
just look at the news.
One, that's one, but two, again, I'm gonna go back, talk about all the hatred towards, like, Kyrie Sane.
Yeah, exactly.
For taking Liv out. The hatred towards Pat McAfee for saying that, you know, he's exhausted, has this and this and this and this all going on, and people are like, well, why don't you just go off and do nothing?
Yeah,
that's all you're good at anyway.
People are hateful for no reason, but if you can make people hate you, you're making money. Mm-hmm. Look at Trick Williams.
I don't want to see him get punched in the face. I want to see him get curb stomped into the concrete.
Exactly. And guess what? He's making more money than almost anyone in NXT right now. I can guarantee you. Anyway.
What?
I don't fucking know. Alexa was answering something or other in there. Something about Jeopardy. I don't know. Anyway, we move on to... You know what? I'm going to disagree with you. I think this is the best match. This match was fucking great.
It was good. But I can't make myself like it.
Exactly.
You don't have to like them to acknowledge that they're damn good at what they do.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, here's the thing. For what it was great. But I feel like the Vanity Project is soft.
I'm going to disagree. They're not quite Callie Armstrong where they back up everything they say because they lost, but they didn't go out in the darkness. They put up a hell of a fight. They were this close to beating the LWO several times, and they're just starting out. I'm willing to bet you when they make it to NXT, when they make it to the main roster, assuming they continue together as a group, the Vanity Project, they're going to be the next Judgment Day. I'll put money on that. And I'm a broke bitch. I will put money on that.
Chip, by that time, you might be in the Vanity Project.
God, no. I mean, if it's making me money, maybe, but no.
I would probably have to beat you. But anyway, it was a good match. I'm still gonna hold to. I guess I really like the women's matches. I think the women are a bar, and I'm gonna tell you what.
Yep.
If it would have been Callie in there, I definitely think it would have been the bar.
Oh yeah, Callie's great.
And so I think next week, or not, is it next week? Or is it? I think it's next week.
Yeah. So, okay, here's the thing. Does this mean that Lince Dorado gets an Evolve title shot? Because he technically pinned the champion. And he said he was trying to go after...
Probably.
This might sound bad, but I really hope he loses. I really fucking hope he loses.
Why?
We don't need people from the main roster coming down to Evolve and taking the Evolve title.
Hasn't been on the main roster a while though.
Okay, still.
And technically, he is back with the ID program. Granted, he's been on the main roster, 100%. But he technically came back from AAA because WWE has let him go. So now technically he's on the independent circuit, which is what the ID program is. People trying to get into WWE via the independent circuit.
I guess.
It's one of those, we can sit here and, it's a pendulum.
Talk about it all day long.
It's a pendulum. And I'm right, you're right. Yeah. But yet we're both wrong, too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's how is WWE going to use? Yeah. And that's basically how it boils down to. And, I'm going to say this. And I put this on Raw. I put this on the Raw Discord. But there is a rumor going around.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how right or wrong that is. And I'm hoping it is 100% right. But I don't feel like it's the best time to put it, but I'm going to bring it up here anyway. There's a rumor that Corey is back permanently.
Let's hope.
That they have. I said that it was brought up, or I put on there that it was brought up that there was serious talk that Cody or Corey Graves need to stay up there, and a lot of people were liking him because of the passion, the fire he has, everything for the roster. And there's a lot of people saying that McAfee, when he is there, is just going to be the third man.
Yeah, that's
which
fine.
I agree. 100%. It's what I've said. It's what I've been saying. That I think Corey would be a great balance between the two.
Absolutely.
Because I love Pat. I love Michael Cole. When they're together, they're like the two frat boys, drinking with the pizza, sitting there watching wrestling, hooping and hollering, whatever. That's all they're all. They're great. They give the vibe of the crowd and everything. And even when Wade Barrett was there, he kind of kept them
slightly toned down. Yeah. I agree.
I feel like Corey would do that. But anyway, yeah, this was good. I'm not going to say it was the best, but it was at least.
It was good.
I thought it was good.
It was good.
But Linstrado picks up the win, so that means I assume he's going to be facing for the Evolve Championship sometime soon, probably next week, if not the week after.
Oh, it's going to be a thing. It might not be.
But then we move on to SmackDown.
Safari's favorite.
Why do we always have to start with a fucking promo?
And for the record, this is our first 2-hour show. But I need to bring this up. And I hate that I had to bring this up. But I literally sat there. We timed it. Within a 10-minute span, we had 2 commercials.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
And so I'm hoping that because they were following Raw last week, because this was filmed from last week, so I was really trying to avoid spoilers. So it's not a lot to talk about Discord because a lot of it was posted last week.
Yeah.
And I really tried to avoid some of it, so I tried to get the stories that were kind of after. And the tweets and things that kind of happened after.
Oh, excuse me.
But, this show felt so... It felt better as show-wise.
Yes, but oh my god, the commercials.
Yes. I'm hoping that next week, maybe we balance out the commercials and a good show. Hear me out. I'm hoping that next week, because I'm feeling like they might have only filmed an hour's worth of footage, because it felt like we got an hour's worth of commercials.
It's okay. It's okay to hope. It's okay to be disappointed too.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Just like you told me last night. But anyway, Cody Rhodes comes down to the ring to start the show off.
And what did you have a problem with?
They called him the King of the Ring, and yet there was no crown. There was no. He grabbed the crown when he got into the fucking ring. It's meaningless. King of the Ring means absolutely nothing. It might as well just be a gauntlet match, not a gauntlet, a tournament for SummerSlam specifically. They might as well just fucking remove the King of the Ring part from it, because it means absolutely nothing now.
It used to.
I know, and I want it to. I want it to mean something again. Jade came out there later on, spoilers, but also, fuck you, no, they're not. Anyway, she came down there wearing the crown.
Not really. She put it.
Oh, she was full. She had it with her on her person.
Held it on her head, but she never really put it on.
Yeah. But anyway.
Anyway, go ahead.
Cody comes down. He says, "So, Pittsburgh, what do you want to talk about?" Well, before I talk about this, I actually want to point out this wristband right here. There's a young man in Club 66, I believe. His name is Cam. He's battling leukemia. He's working with the Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. Let's hear it for Cam. You guys are a wild crowd. So, what does this crown stand for? I left a piece of myself in Columbia, Ohio, fighting Jey Uso just to hold this. Yeah. I left a piece of myself in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, wrestling my mentor, Randy Orton, just to hold this. And what does it stand for? It stands for where we've been. It stands for where we are going. Where we've been, past kings like Booker T, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H.
Hold on. I want to bring up one point. And I am 99.9% sure I'm right. But he missed one that I thought was way more important than any of these. And it was the first king. And if I remember right, it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And I felt like, even last night, I felt like that was a very, I don't know if it was deliberate.
I feel like it was, simply because these, I could be wrong, but I feel like these names are just more well-known. I think it's that simple.
I'm going to disagree with you. You're right. You know these guys. Mm-hmm. But people like me?
Yes, but you have to realize, nowadays, at least a good 75% of wrestling fans
are closer to your age.
Well, not even necessarily closer to my age, but haven't been watching since the Attitude Era.
It was before the Attitude Era.
My point, exactly. They haven't been watching and wrestling for that long, so saying names like that would be meaningless to them. And I think that's really the only reason. I agree, but I'm pretty sure that's the only reason. Anyway, moving on. And it stands for where we are going. The main event of SummerSlam. Myself.
What was that?
I was trying to say SummerSlam and myself, and it mixed together into
SummerSlam?
Something like that. Myself, the King, against the undisputed WWE Champion, John Cena. And this is where I started having a conniption fit and crying like a little baby, because fucking Randy Orton's music hits, and I just like...
But anyway, Randy Orton comes on. He's like, Cody, for weeks and weeks, I told you that I would do whatever it took to win the King of the Ring. I told you for weeks and weeks that I would not hesitate. But at Night of Champions, I had you dead to rights. I had you lying there. I was about to rearrange your skull, brother, but I hesitated. You didn't hesitate. You pulled the trigger. And for that, I respect you. Now, I won't soon forget it. But for that, I respect you. But there's one thing that I asked you. In fact, I actually want you to promise me, Cody. Promise me that you will not squander this opportunity. Promise me that you will go to SummerSlam and kick John Cena's ass.
And then Drew McIntyre shows up. Or as I like to say, Drew McIntyre. Because
here's what I know. And I've started to see this more and more. And you can say I'm wrong. But he is becoming a voice of it.
Yes, sort of.
Like, I think we'll get into it, but I think what he's trying to get at is exactly what we said. The rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. He comes at them and says, you hang on. No. You hang on. Oh, no, please. You hang on. Oh, shut up. That's what you both sound like. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Because I was just reading this and I didn't know. But I remember now. He's like, no, you hang up. No. You hang up. Oh, no, please. You hang up. Oh, shut up. That's what you both sound like to me, and it's pathetic. When did this beta male energy take over? Oh, God. This made me sick. When did this beta male energy take over WWE? Thank God the alpha has returned. Oh. Where to start? Randy, Randy, why you lost. You hesitated on the punt, and you lost the psychological battle way before that. Cody here has been buttering you up for months, talking about your past relationship, how much he respects you like a true politician with a big hug and a knife to your back. Speaking of your back, his surgically repaired back. Hey, Randy, you want me to keep listening? You may want to keep listening. Do you remember of Night of Champions when you tweaked that surgically repaired back and somebody attacked it like a shark that smelled blood in the water? He was relentless on that back, non-stop. And when you had the chance to punt him, you couldn't do it. What happened to you, Randy? You were the Viper, the Legend Killer, the Apex Predator. A few years ago, you were punting Hall of Famers on the head, and I had to save you from the monster you were. As far as I'm concerned, the legend of Randy Orton is dead. And you, Super Cody, I want you to win at SummerSlam. I want Cody Rhodes to become the next WWE champion. This is the match I want. This is as big as it gets. This is 20 years in the making. Parallel careers, different destinations. I want you for that title so I can be the one to rip it out of your hands. And I won't hesitate, unlike somebody.
And the thing, I even said this. I didn't say it like... I was getting ready to say this when it happened. You could see Orton, like, in the background, just...
Yeah, like the twitch in the eye.
Yeah, the head jerking, like, I'm about to punch this motherfucker. And then
Drew turns around, he gets hit with the RKO. And then Randy gets up and he stands up to Cody, and you can see that little twitch, and then he just walks past him.
Well, Cody puts his hand out, and it's when he kind of like... He didn't put his hand up, he just kind of like
walked back. So
I think we're
getting heel Orton.
Getting a heel.
God, I hope so.
And like I said, I love Randy Orton as a face. He's a good face, but he is a phenomenal heel. Like, and again, this is a prime point. You want to hate Randy.
Oh yeah, he's great at it. He's great at making you want to hate him.
But in the same sense, when he makes you want to hate him, the bad part is it makes you love him more because he's that good at
making you hate him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I said, he has a good face. He's good. But when he's a heel, instead of having him cranked up to 10, they like cranking him up to 1,000.
Absolutely.
Because he becomes this cold, calculating...
A heel Orton would not have hesitated. He would have kicked Cody's head clean off his shoulders.
Cody's head would have been out in the parking lot. And yes, I know there was walls and all that.
He would have kicked him through it. Yeah,
it'd have gone through it. Okay.
But then we are backstage.
I love this. This was so great.
Charlotte Flair runs into Nick Aldis, and she's like, "Did I hear something about a title opportunity? Maybe Nick. Maybe you've come to your senses, Nick, and picked her to face Tiffany Stratton at Evolution." He's like, "Not exactly. Tiffany is still allowed to choose her opponent. In the meantime, Nick has a different title opportunity for Charlotte. A tag team #1 contenders opportunity. Excuse me. Charlotte's team versus the Secret Harvest versus Michin and B-Fab. And if they win, Charlotte and her tag team partner would get a women's tag team title shot at Evolution."
This kind of missed this. Because she's like, I don't have a partner. And right at that second is when Alexa walks into the screen, and she just kind of like...
Who?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Miss Bliss walks on screen.
And she kind of does that, like, a high thing without actually, like, doing anything.
And she's like, "You're welcome. Look, I don't want to be your friend, but we should be tag team partners. Charlotte says that Alexa already knows this. She's Charlotte Flair. She doesn't like to share the spotlight. And Alexa's like, I'm sorry to break it to you, sweetheart.
Who?
Shut up. Miss Bliss is like, I'm sorry to break it to you, sweetheart, but you haven't been in the spotlight for a long, long
And
time.
what did I do?
Exactly.
Do you really think that Tiffany is going to pick you tonight? Charlotte, if you want gold at Evolution, or do you want gold at Evolution or not? And Charlotte is like, fine, but you better not get in my way.
But
And
I want to bring that up. We're going to discuss that later because this was absolutely gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. Because oh, no, never mind.
We go backstage again.
Yeah, I think I was going to this. Drew McIntyre tells Nick Aldis that he wants a match with Randy Orton. Nick tells Drew that Randy has left the building. If he wants to have a match with Randy, he can have it next week at Saturday night's main event. And then he has a brief standoff with Jacob Fatu. And I forgot, they didn't mention this in this. But we started the show off
Oh yeah,
with Solo. Actually, I don't know if this started the show off or it was last week or whatever, because they.
it would have been last week.
Well, I mean, like storyline wise, like
it was
that night.
Yeah. It was
So
last night.
we start the show off with Jacob Fatu running out as Solo is like getting out of his car, whatnot, and he beats the ever living shit. I mean, grabs him like through the window and is smashing his skull
And
against
then,
the door.
What is it? Tongaloa.
Tongaloa comes up, he eats a
JC
super kick.
Mateo.
Yeah, JC gets a super kick. He gets smashed into some crates, and then he boom, 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 beating the.
Security is pulling him off. It was.
Nick Aldis is out there. I mean,
And
it's
he's like, this isn't the place. And Jake, like I said, and I said this when that happened, and I completely forgot about that till just now. I was like, fair enough, Jacob. If I was in Jacob's shoes,
I do the same shit. Yeah,
I would be. It took 4 of you
to beat me,
and you barely got it done. Like you said, he still was fighting them.
Mm-hmm. But Nick is like, look, I understand you want to get your hands on the bloodline, but you can't just go around demolishing cars. If you could go find a tag team partner, they can have a tag match with the bloodline for later on tonight. And then he goes up to Jimmy Uso, and he asks him, "Are you ready to get in where you fit in?" And Jimmy just says, "Yeet." Yada what I mean. I've gotten pretty good at that. I like to think.
But then, finally, after all that,
we get to the first match, which is honestly a really good match.
Again, this was absolutely, and I don't want to spoil anything till we get there, but this ended exactly the way it needed to end.
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Secret Harvest with Chelsea Green versus B-Fab and Mishin in a women's tag team title qualifier match.
And I love, again, I just want to clarify one thing. When Chelsea walked out,
yeah,
I went.
He did. I can, in fact, what's the opposite of deny? Affirm that he did. He did do that. He got up like a good old Boy Scout.
But I'm gonna tell you this, plain and simple. Like I said, I absolutely love the character.
Yeah, she's
Chelsea Green is a beautiful train wreck.
Continue. I gotta blow my nose with it.
But this was actually really, really good. And what I thought was really weird about it is 3 of them were allowed in the ring at the same time, which I thought was really, really off. What are you doing, Knight Rider? I'm seeing flashes. What are you doing? Do you want to share with the rest of the class?
What?
Since you're doing it on stream, you want to share with the rest of the class?
Anyway,
like I was saying, I thought it was really unique that 3 of them were allowed in the ring at the same time.
You mean the way it should always be? Yes.
I agree. You're not going to get me to disagree with that. 100% I agree with that. It was just weird that they actually
decided to be intelligent about it. Yeah.
And I loved it. I thought it made the match flow way better instead of 1 or 2 teams being completely out during a fall. It just made it really weird. But these guys were giving it everything.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. But we're gonna jump a little till the end here.
Well, there was a point that Chelsea jumped up on the apron and got her ass kicked the fuck.
But as we're going in, as we're closing on the end here, Bliss yanks Fire over the top, off the top turnbuckle. And then Charlotte tags herself in. She spears Piper Nivens. And she's walking over the Secret Service. And she goes up on the top rope.
Oh, yeah.
And she pats Alexa Bliss on the head.
And the ref is like...
Then she hits the moonsault. And she runs over to kick Chelsea Green because she tries to get up on the ring apron. So Charlotte goes up, kicks her off. But what Charlotte doesn't realize is that little... What's the word? The little, demeaning head pat tagged Alexa Bliss in. So then she connects with Twisted Bliss, and she gets the pinfall victory over Alba Fire.
But the point is, after the match,
Charlotte hugs Alexa Bliss. It was only for half a second, and then she immediately backs away and was like, ugh. Can't believe I just did that. But
then Charlotte or Alexa grabbed her hand. They held up their hands together. So it was that moment of I think Charlotte's
going towards a face. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this was always the thing, but I don't think it was.
No.
I think this was maybe her and Alexa sitting there being like. And I'm not saying this is what happened. This is just a theory. Charles like, man, the crowd wouldn't put me over. I was trying to be the good girl. And Alexa's like, I'm already over.
I got you.
Let's do this. Be a complete and total utter bitch to me, and
we'll make it work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the flip we're going to start to see.
Oh yeah.
And I think. That might even help benefit the story. Raquel and Roxanne lose the titles. When Liv comes back, she's like, you even lost the title type thing. And then Charlotte and Alexa are holding it.
I can
imagine the rage.
From Liv, absolutely. I can see that.
But yeah, so Charlotte and Alexa win. So they are going to Evolution to face
Raquel and Roxanne for the tag team.
Well, with a Raw tag team and an NXT.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
A 4-way.
Yeah. I wonder who's going to... Because we don't have a Raw tag team. Or no. Yeah, we don't have a Raw tag team yet.
You don't have an NXT tag team.
Because there's really no female tag teams in NXT because there's only one fucking female tag team championships. So, I mean, what's the point?
I definitely see Fatal influencing.
Ugh, I hope not.
No, I'm not saying in the match, but I see them being in a 4-way, 3-way, whatever they choose to do. A 1-on-1, or not 1-on-1, 2-on-2 tag team match.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I see them doing something like that. But anyway.
We see Nick Aldis backstage with the entire tag team division. He's like, I tried to mitigate the situation last week by giving the Wyatt Six a shot at the tag team titles. And all you had to do was stay out of the way. But what happened? You couldn't help yourselves.
And DIY is like, we're trying to save this division. We're not the bad guys here.
And then Nathan Frazier, he's was poking fun at DIY for losing to Phoenix and Andrade last week. And Tommaso Ciampa's like, yeah, like you guys could do any better. And then Nick Aldis is like, you know what? That sounds great, actually. You have a match with Phoenix and Andrade just to prove DIY wrong. And for the rest of the tag teams, it seems like you have unfinished business with the Wyatts. One member from each of the remaining tag teams, you're going to team up tonight against the Wyatts in an 8-man tag team match while your partners stay back here watching it with me. And I want to make something crystal clear. The Wyatts are here to stay. And if they're successful tonight, well, they're right back in contention for those WWE Tag Team Championships. And the DIY is like, yeah, we got this, guys. Come on. Smackdown tag teams on 3. And the rest of them are just like,
they all start kind of
going off in their own direction.
Going off like one team at a time. Like, I don't remember who was first and who was second, whatever. But they all kind of just like, no.
Yeah. It was a mess.
And the whole moment of like, no.
Then we get the Wyatt Six versus Montez Ford, Johnny Gargano, Chris Sabin, and Berto in an 8-man tag team match.
And this was good.
This was honestly really good. I was surprised. I was like you said, expecting this to be a blowout. I was expecting the Wyatts to come in and dominate. But for a large majority of it, the Wyatts were the ones on the back foot. Until we get Chris Sabin in the ring. And he's getting walloped. He's getting his ass handed to him.
And Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. And finally, when he's in there with Eric Rowan, right?
Uh-huh.
He's there with Eric Rowan. And he's on his knees, like scraping and crawling over to the...
And he reaches just at the fingertips of like Johnny, and
Johnny
just drops.
Yeah, like he's looking past Chris Sabin to Eric Rowan. He's just like, I don't want none of that. And he's like, Johnny, what are you doing? Johnny, what are you doing? And then he gets his ass whooped. So Eric Rowan picks up the win.
Well, also, too, every other member, the Wyatts by this time had completely just decimated.
Yeah.
They had taken everybody out. It was Sabin and Gargano. That was all that was left. The Wyatts were still standing there, strong as could be. And Gargano was it. He was the only one that could get up to even save Chris Sabin.
And he said, no, I don't feel like it today.
And like you said,
I don't want to deal with that big ass boy.
Sabin was like, Johnny! Ooh! Birdie!
Yeah, because Eric Rowan connects with the Iron Claw. He picks up the victory.
The Iron Claw
slam. A choke slam, but
yeah.
Just a grown man palming your entire face and boom. Yeah, anyway.
Well, they do have their hand on it.
Yeah, but you get the point. But, so they are now, once again, in contendership for the tag team titles. Then we get a 4th of July vignette. I don't care about. But we find out it is official. Randy Orton will battle Drew McIntyre at Saturday night's main event next week.
And then we get Julia promo. And this, like I said, I freaking love her. Julia, and like I said, Julia is my number 2. But she is so close to where I think Stephanie is.
Oh, absolutely.
They're almost just number 1 together. But Stephanie is that like 0.1 above, and that's about all it is. It's a 0.1. But
she comes on there. She says, "I know what this title means. One by one, opponents will come to me, and one by one, they'll all fall. I didn't get this by luck. I got this with my own power. Blue flames don't flicker. Blue flames burn everything down. I'll take this title where no one has dared to go. No mercy, no doubt, no fear. With fire, with fury, my way. So whoever is next, step closer. You're about to feel the heat of the beautiful madness.
I love
It was phenomenal.
I love her.
I just hope that she's not like Io Sky and we only see her.
I don't think it's Io Sky's fault.
No, absolutely not. But I'm saying, God, I fucking hope we actually.
I hope it. I'm not even gonna say the Io Sky. I'm hoping we don't get Selena Vega getting 800 rematches the title, or
I'm gonna be honest. I would rather have her go against Chelsea Green 15 times than not see her wrestle at all in 3 months.
agree. But what I'm saying is, I would love her to go against Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I want her to go against Chelsea.
Yes.
Like, understand, I love Chelsea, and that's something I didn't bring up. But even after when the Secret Service lost that match, Chelsea is down there, no, screaming. And she's out. I love the whole character.
I
Of
agree.
her
It's beautiful.
off
Mm-hmm.
off the rails. This Chelsea who wants to win at any cost, even if it's to screw Nick Aldis out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yet she never quite gets there. But she gets
She tries.
an
She tries.
A for effort, or
Something like that. Maybe a C.
but she never quite gets there. Like, you can't have this match because I'm not there.
That's not how it
Chelsea,
works.
that's not how this works.
I was taking your place. Nicholas!
And then
You.
you
and
I mean, it's beautiful.
But-
I absolutely love the character. But anyway, we get to
Tiffany Stratton. She comes out to the ring. She says, Pittsburgh, what time is it? Since becoming champion, I have realized that there has been a target on my back. And Nia Jax's revenge is not going to stop me from becoming the last woman standing. But now my sights are set on SummerSlam, where I will defend my title against the Queen of the Ring, Jade Cargill. And just like I'm ready to beat Jade at SummerSlam, I'm also ready to defend my title at Evolution. Excuse me. Io Sky had the opportunity to choose who she wanted as her opponent, and tonight I will have the same opportunity to choosing who I would like to face at Evolution.
and this is what we were talking about earlier. Jade Cargill's music hits.
Yeah. And she comes down there.
And she holds the crown on her head.
Yeah.
And then takes it back down and carries it to the ring. But like you said, at least she had it in her possession.
Yeah, it's like an actual thing rather than, I kind of have this crown that looks cool, I guess.
But she's like, okay, Tiffy, I see you out there looking like a champion, beating Nia. Respect. But you was barely standing as I was crowning myself being the next Queen of the Ring against one of the best, Asuka. Now tonight, you have a choice to make. Choose wrong, and you won't be at SummerSlam. But, to be honest, it won't matter who I face. I'm coming out with the title always.
Tiffany says, Jade, I'm actually so happy you're here. I have a surprise for everybody.
And then Stratisfaction, bye-bye! Stratisfaction, bye-bye!
Trish Stratus comes down to the ring. And
That's all I gotta say. Right, Knight Rider? Stratisfaction, baby.
Tiffany says, Trishy, I invited you here today because we teamed up together at an Elimination Chamber, and I thought to myself, what would Evolution be without some Stratisfaction? So, I would like to offer you the opportunity to face me at Evolution for the WWE Women's Championship.
And Jade is like, okay, bet. Do you want to choose Trish? That's fine. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you are a legend if it's you or a legend at SummerSlam.
And Trish was like, wow, I did not expect that. Thank you, Tiff. I gotta say, Evolution holds a very special place in my heart. It represents everything we fought for back in the day. We used to fight for one single women's match on the card, and now at Evolution, that's right, we're gonna have an entire card of incredibly talented women. I've always said that careers are made of moments, and Tiff, you gave me one of my most special moments by allowing me to wrestle live in front of my kids. They got to see me in the ring. But you know what? My kids have never seen me as a champion in the ring. I mean, it does have a pretty nice ring to it. 8-time champion. And Tiffy's like...
And Tiffy's like, I'd like to make one thing clear. This isn't going to be easy. It's not the attitude era.
Trish says, that's fine. All right. I want that vibe. I want the fight. Because I've been known to evolve, Tiff.
Good. So whether it's you at Evolution or you at SummerSlam, you both are going to realize the WWE Universe runs on Tiffy time.
So, predictions for Evolution?
I think it's going to be a good match. I do think Tiffy retains.
Oh, I hope so. And I say this because once again, I don't know how old Trish Stratus is, but we don't need. I know she's not like 60, but we don't need another Goldberg.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, and whether it is or it is not with Goldberg, Trish stays in shape.
Yes, I'm not saying she doesn't.
I would rather Trish won it if it has to be. If it was between, okay, you have to choose Goldberg or Trish Stratus to win, I'm going to choose Trish.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
However,
Because
I'd rather both just lose.
I agree.
My opinion.
I agree. Because I do want to see Tiffany go against Jade.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because, like I said, whether Jade wins or loses, whether Tiffany wins or loses,
I just want a good match.
I want a good match. And here's the thing, and this might sound absolutely horrible, it might sound absolutely fantastic. It's the same thing she did with Nia Jax. Tiffany has to go out there, and she has to beat Jade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking take the title and run. I'm not talking get disqualified. None of that to where you keep the title. You need to go in there, shoulders to the mat, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
You win.
Yeah.
No grabbing a chair, no undercuts, no nothing.
Exactly.
You need to go out there, and you need to win this.
You need to go out there and prove that the WWE Universe does, in fact, run on Tiffy time.
Yep. Exactly.
If the WWE Universe is meant to run Tiffy time, which I love Tiffy, don't get me wrong. I like the character. I think she is probably one of the best in the ring.
Yes.
I agree.
But she needs to show it.
I agree.
Yep.
And if she's going to show it, if she has any flaw in that, Jade's going to destroy her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And whether I think she has a flaw or not is irrelevant, but she can't show it.
Yeah.
But then we get to something that, again, I didn't have a problem with when it was said.
Solo Sikoa comes on the Titantron. He says, oh, hold on. Happy birthday, America, from your new United States champion. I hope you got your fireworks ready, because we're going to celebrate. And please help me welcome the newest member of my family, Tala Tonga. What you're looking at right now, it's nothing like a bloodline. This group is way stronger and more that's not how it was said, I believe. It was said, how was it said? It was said really funky, right? Or no. Yeah. Way more, it was way more stronger.
Way more stronger and more dangerous than ever.
Well, no, I think it auto-corrected in Google Docs. Because he said this group is way more stronger. It was just funny to me. Anyway,
We have the actual type later.
this group is way stronger and more dangerous than ever. And boys, if Jacob wants to get involved in our business tonight, you two stay back. Me and JC will take care of it. These are my MFTs. Okay, that was not even close to what you said. It's my family tree,
No.
and now my family is complete.
That's not what it originally stood for.
My fucking thumb is so dumb.
When Roman called Solo, or Solo called himself Roman's MFT, it was my fucking thumb.
It's still horrendously stupid. Doesn't matter it's still horrendously stupid. This makes sense. My family tree. That I could get behind. My fucking thumb is abysmal dog shit. You want to say that adrenaline drip is bad? You want to see the great hands? My fucking thumb? No. No, I refuse. My family tree, that makes sense. Anyway. Hang on. There we go. Then we're backstage. Trish Stratus runs into Jade Cargill. And Jade loves that Trish is getting a title shot at Evolution, but she might be seeing her at SummerSlam. Trish says that she's looking forward to that. And then Naomi comes. She attacks Jade with the Money in the Bank briefcase. It smash it against the back of her head, lays her out, and she says, maybe you should have proceeded with caution. Nick Aldis comes running up, asks if she's okay, and Jade is livid. She says, I'm sick and tired of this. I want one final time. I want to get my hands on Naomi.
I'm gonna be honest, and I don't know which side I want. But wait, that's next week.
Jade versus Naomi?
I think that's next week.
Yeah.
You know where that's at? They're in Nashville, Tennessee.
Is that her hometown?
That's Bianca's.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Weren't they just in there, though?
I'm pretty sure it's Nashville, Tennessee.
Well, we're
I'll
to find out.
right quick. Where is Bianca Belair from? You're right.
Bianca shows back up.
Weren't they?
Knoxville, but yeah.
I was gonna say they were just there. I remember
But Knoxville isn't that far. She's still from Tennessee.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they're going back to Tennessee
This soon.
Yeah, because I remember it was just a few.
But I'm saying, here's what I'm saying. Bianca's been out for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Bianca's going to do something.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It was just surprising to me because I specifically remember she came out when they were in Knoxville.
Bianca is going to do something during this match.
Yep.
This is going to be the point. And
speaking of matches, we get to what I'm going to say is a very close contender for the best match of the night.
But I want to get back to what I'm saying. I honestly believe, and I don't know what side, I'm not going to sit here and try to determine what side. But I do believe 100% that that's when Bianca returns. She picks a side.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's the side that she's supposed to, and what I mean is, I'm just going to throw a scenario. It's not even what I'm saying, but it is trying to get to a point. Whether she comes in there, slides a chair in, and Naomi used it, but she was trying to get Jade to use it, blah, blah, blah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or she does a back kick when she thinks, kind of the whole, D'Angelo family thing.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to be there, but yet,
yeah,
I kind of accidentally hit you. But yeah, I see that.
Yeah, that I agree with. But like I said, we get to what was, I'm gonna say, the second best match, and I only say that because the main event,
Oh
beautiful.
god.
The main event was fucking beautiful.
Yes, it was.
But we get to Fraxium versus Phoenix and Andrade, and oh my god, this was amazing.
Yep.
Because I know that, oh damn it, Nathan Frazier is not technically a luchador. However, he's pretty damn close. Like, that boy can fly. These are all high flyers.
Well, you gotta figure too. He is one of those. He's a little bit of both, but yet he leans a lot more into the lucha. But
Yeah.
he can do both.
He's definitely, I'd say he's like a cruiserweight.
Oh yeah, he definitely threw it away.
Like he can go. That's the whole point. You know, being blindingly fast, whatever. But this match was phenomenal.
100%.
And this is Fraxium's first loss on SmackDown since coming to the main roster. Because Rey Fenix and Andrade do pick up the win with Andrade planting Frazier with the message, picking up the victory. But like I said, this was not a curb stomp match. This was as close can get.
But here's what I said. And I said it last time. I feel like they're pushing a Phoenix Andrade
Definitely.
title run.
Definitely.
And I said last night it's going to be the Wyatts.
Yes.
But I feel like it's not going to matter. I think they're going to give them the titles. By the time all this kind of, the smoke is clearing from all the chaos that's going on in the tag division, right now, for SmackDown, Andrade and Phoenix are going to be standing.
Which seems so random to me.
Why?
Why are they suddenly a tag team? Is it? I feel like they just kind of got like Bailey and Lyra way back when at WrestleMania. I know it was for the sake of the story to bring back Becky Lynch, but once again, it just feels like they got plopped together just out of nowhere.
Anyway, but after that, we get Priest running into Aleister Black, and Priest is like, you know, we need to talk again about truth.
Yeah.
And Priest's like, you got a match against Truth next week. You know, like, don't underestimate that.
Yeah, and Black is like, I feel like you're trying to set R-Truth up. That couldn't be the case, right? After all, you're the good guy. Who told Black that? Oh,
and Priest is like, who told you I was the good guy?
And who told you the truth was going to be the victim to violence? I love R-Truth. I love Ron Killings. However, if he's going to go out there,
here's my thing,
and even stand a prayer against Aleister Black, he's going to have to put on the performance of his life.
Here's my thing. I agree. But I don't want it to be a squash match.
I don't either.
Do I want Truth to win? Yes. Or Ron Killing, whatever you want to call him. But
yeah.
I don't want to see Black lose either.
Exactly.
This needs to be a down and dirty, tooth and nail, scraping and clawing for R-Truth. This, and I don't know if this is necessarily in character for Black, but I need this. I need it to be a case of Aleister underestimating Truth, which I feel like he's already doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking mid-match. You know, he's got him on the ropes, and he starts playing with his food almost. And that's when Truth flips the script, hits him with his finisher, and shows him, and makes him the victim, essentially. It needs to be...
It doesn't need to look like it was forced.
No, Alistair does not... This needs to be an upset.
What you said. It needs to look like Black went in there giving this much effort when he should have gave this much.
Yeah. This needs to be an upset, essentially, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Truth to be made to look good. I want him... I want him to give Alistair a fight.
And here's why I think you're right. Because I want, and whether we get it or not, whether it's December 13th in Boston, Massachusetts, or if it's before that, but I do want it to be December 13th, I think is the date, in Boston, Massachusetts. The farewell, last John Cena. If he still has that title, then I want it to be against Truth.
Yep.
And take the title.
Yep.
I want Truth to hold the world title one time.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care if it's 24 hours later, Black comes in and takes it. I'm just
Or
giving
Seth.
or Seth, whatever. I want Truth to be the one
To dethrone it.
to be the one to take that notch.
I agree.
I do
I
too.
want it. Whether I get it or not, irrelevant.
Exactly.
But I want it.
But then we find out next week the Street Profits will put their WWE Tag Team titles on the line against the Wyatt Six again. And then we find out that at Evolution, Jade Cargill will battle Naomi in a WrestleMania rematch. Yay!
But
Put him in a fucking steel cage. Like, see, at this point, in a steel cage, please.
go ahead. This match is all you, buddy.
This match was great. This match, no, I don't have a single flaw with this match. This is exactly what it needed to be. Because, as far as this match was concerned, because I always have a problem with people, no matter what side they're on, whether they're heel, they're face, I hate them, I love them. People being nerfed for the plot. And I don't feel like anybody was nerfed here. I felt like Jay was as strong as Jay should have been. I feel like JC Mateo was still the powerhouse he needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But Jacob is simply built fucking different. Because he comes in there, and Solo immediately gets out of it. He starts going with JC Mateo, he tags in Jey Uso, but finally, it happens. Jacob Fatu gets his hands on Solo Sikoa, and he beats that boy's ass like he owes him money.
Does. He owes him a fucking title.
He does. He owes him a lot of fucking money, actually.
He owes him a fucking United States title.
Yeah. But, I mean, he goes in there, and he is molly-whopping his ass. I mean, he gets him in the corner. He gets up on the middle rope, and he just boom, 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 over, and it's beautiful. And he wins the match with the double jump moonsault. It's gorgeous.
Until
Honestly,
Until it was.
I can't even say I hated it, but at the same time, I expected it.
you want to know what I saw?
What?
Again, I saw it being 4 of them freaking
Oh yeah.
taking out one man.
Well, 2, but yeah, for the sake of it.
And what I saw is when it was going off the air. I don't know, maybe I wasn't supposed to see it. But right as the camera was like cutting, you saw Jacob kind of, even laying there, you saw that live kind of like, okay.
Time for round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it cut. So I feel like they probably got a little bit more
Oh yeah.
than what we got, but Jacob was stirring, is all I'm going to say.
Because
that boy, the I feel like what in them old movies, where like the body is like laying there dead, and suddenly like you see like the sparks kind of thing, like you see it like start to come back to life.
yeah, and they're like twitching, and they're like, ugh. Yeah. But yeah, Jacob is planning to take Solo through a table. He gets him on the announce desk, and he's going up to the top rope. Then not Hikalea. What's the new name? Tama.
I don't know. I got them. There's too many TTs.
Yeah, I really
Tongaloa, now
Tonga.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's too much. But he comes in, and then it's a 4v2. They lay out Jey Uso. They like the other three prop up Jacob Fatu so Solo can hit him with a spike. Then they put him through the announce desk. The reinforced. Remember when the reinforced announce tables meant something?
Nobody was going through it, and now it's back to it's reinforced. Oh my God, he just went to the reinforced. It felt like you just gave him another word.
Yeah, really.
Now instead of going through the announce desk, they went through the reinforced announce desk. We just made it look or sound cooler. Yeah. And it looks cool. Yeah. And it sounds cooler, but is it?
Exactly.
No. Especially when the first ever time it got broken was the anticlimactic bullshit of Roman Reigns powerbombing CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that is how we go off the air. We just have a few more things to go over on Discord super quick because you do have to be somewhere.
We can take our time. I mean, I'm not leaving till 4:30, so.
But WWE has announced that Roman Reigns is officially advertised for Survivor Series War Games in San Diego on November 29th.
I'm gonna call this now, and you're gonna hate it, but I do have a thought, and we're gonna get into this a little more later. But we're gonna have War Games,
and it's going to be a repeat of last year.
We got Solo's team, who's kind of already formed. We got
they need one more person. Because it's 5, technically.
Okay. But hear me out. I know how to at least make it 4-4. You're not going to like... You got the 4.
I already know what you're going to say.
Well, what if... Now we have Jacob, the Usos, and Roman.
Look, all I'm going to say, if Roman Reigns comes back, he's a lackey. He is the bottom barrel bitch of Jacob. Jacob Fatu is now
I agree.
Tribal chief.
100%. Because I would love, absolutely love, and this might be bad, it might not go over well, but I would think it was fucking great. Roman Reigns even comes in with his big cocky attitude, be like, you know what, Solo's mine. And Jacob look at him and go, no, you're gonna get in where you fit in.
Yada, I mean, but you know what I need to see it. Because I already know Roman Reigns is gonna come back acting like he's the big dog in the yard, the tribal chief, the head of the table, all this bullshit.
You want Jacob to humble him a little bit?
So I need Roman Reigns to come in there. I need him to hit him with the most vicious super punch of his life. I need him to spear Jacob Fatu in half. And then he's going up, he's puffing up his chest like, get down. Yeah, get down. Get down. Down.
Puffing up his chest.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm him. I'm the big dog. And then he turns around and Jacob Fatu is just staring at him. Like he pops up and Jacob just gets up right in his face. Like, that all you got? Is that all you got? I know we're not going to get that because unfortunately Roman Reigns is going to come back and he probably will be the fucking tribal chief and everyone's going to fall in line again for some goddamn...
OTT! OTT! OTT!
And I'm not even talking about the fans. I'm talking about the
Welcome.
Usos
Glad you're here.
and Sami Zayn.
And all that shit.
Thank you for closing the door.
Honestly,
Well, yeah, they would have
Have a nice
Sammy
day.
for that. So,
I wouldn't even be surprised if they made Jacob fall in line.
but you know what? I didn't even give him a fifth member for the other team. Not even opposed to Sammy because of what they said. My family is complete. We do have one other Tonga,
Tamatonga, or
and if I remember correctly, that is the one who
hurt himself at War Games, right?
No, that's the one that hurt himself at War Games.
Is it?
Yes. The one that was kind of, you could see him kind of being on both sides with Solo and Jacob. He kind of hesitated to do anything against Jacob.
That's right. Yeah. And then he got hurt.
Yeah.
How did he get hurt? I don't remember.
I think it was a independent house show.
Probably.
Or not independent, but a house show.
Mm-hmm. Meet WWE Nikki Cross. A dynamic force both in the ring and in the classroom. Born and raised in Glasgow, Scotland, Nicola is a professional wrestler and a PhD student in history who's been captivating audiences around the globe.
She had a PhD.
She began her wrestling journey at just 18 while studying at the University of Glasgow, eventually moving to the U.S. in 2016 after being signed by one of the world's top wrestling companies. When she's not body slamming her way across 4 continents and 16-plus countries, Nicola is chasing academic excellence, having earned her MSc from the University of Edinburgh and continuing her pursuit of a PhD. Whether it's through live performances, media interviews, or social content, Nicola's passion for creative expression and crowd connection shines through every move.
I just thought this was interesting because this is one of those things that, and don't take this wrong. I love you. You're my boy. Mm-hmm. You always will be, okay? But you said it when you said you want to be a wrestler. I might not be that bright, but
I'm smart enough to get my ass whooped.
I'm smart enough to get my head beat or my head punched in, my ass whooped.
Yeah.
Which I think might be a common thing for some people. They think, they're a wrestler, they can't do anything else. And that's why I kind of put this in there.
Yeah.
Because something I don't know, you probably definitely will not know who I'm talking about. You might have heard the name, but I don't know if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
You might remember through video packages and whatever, but George the Animal Steel was a professor, an English professor, taught at a university before he became a professional wrestler and everything. But it was one of those, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. It's later in life, blah, blah, blah. They're like, he'd done it, he'd done the independent stuff, and finally WWE went, hey,
come here.
Yeah. So you think, these guys are dumb, they can't do nothing else. Some of them, maybe, but not all.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are smarter than you could ever dream of being. This is simply
what they like to do.
This is what I've always wanted to do. Yeah, I had the backup plan, but
this was the goal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is just a look at Julia's side plates. Yeah, like you said, they have 3 different titles or whatever.
Huh?
They have 3 different titles. The one you take home for yourself.
Yeah.
The one you wear out to the ring that's all nice and polished, and the one you take to house shows and signings and all that. Natty? Really? This is Natalia?
Yeah.
Saying that? Oh, God. She's like, I'm on the run of my life, fight for my life. I'll fight the best in other promotions for the chance to fight the best of mine. Bring me Stephanie, Asuka, Kairi, Lyra, Bailey, Rhea, Becky, Ivy, Roxy, Raquel, Miyu, Kenzie, Promise, Masha. Bring me the fucking best. Fair Fox. I mean, that's what I'm the new guy, and this is what I'd be saying. Because guess what? I might go against the best. I might get my ass whooped, but I'm gonna learn from it.
Exactly. It's the thing of, and I know it's an old cliche, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it, but iron sharpens iron.
Yep. Like if I stepped in the ring against Gunther right now, I would get my ass whooped. It wouldn't even be close. But I can guarantee you, the next time I step in the ring against Gunther, I'm gonna be a hell of a lot better.
You might last 3 minutes, but next time you're gonna last 5.
Yeah, something like that. I might last 30 seconds in the first match. The second match, I'll at least last a minute.
Okay, got it.
Something like that. I don't know. What is this?
Chelsea. There's no telling. I don't think it was a video.
Well, it says not him again, so I don't know what it's referring to.
Oh, yeah! I think I remember this.
Is it a video?
I don't remember, but I do remember posting it.
It is a video. What the fuck is this?
I do remember this now.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch this after because I want to know what they're saying.
I said, I absolutely love Chelsea. I think the character is absolutely a bar.
Speaking of, in the latest issue of PWI, Chelsea Green gets candid about broken bones, women in wrestling, and more. Plus, Tony Khan returns to his message board roots.
I just like that she was on the cover.
Yeah.
You know, she got the cover of Pro Wrestling Insider. It wasn't meant to, like, glorify her. To me, that is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That and you can think, oh, she's already over, but that
proves it.
Yeah.
With Roman Reigns already confirmed to play Akuma, Cody Rhodes is now confirmed to, as he plays Guile in the upcoming live-action Street Fighter movie. Is this the actual fucking thing? Like the actual...
I doubt it.
I was gonna say, this seems like...
CGI'd, but...
This seems like poorly photoshopped, maybe even like AI generated.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's AI generated. But it's basically taking the characters and putting the face
Yeah,
on.
that was gonna say.
But it was what I saw for it.
That's fair. But that's kind of cool. I still wonder if they're going to cast Braun Strowman as, what's his name? The big Russian guy.
Oh, yeah.
Ivan? No.
Or?
No. He's in Wreck-It Ralph. That's the only reason I know him.
But he even did that Russian voice we played a while back.
Yeah.
You don't think I can play? And it was like, damn.
It was alright.
This boy got it.
John Cena names his favorite all-time trash-talking goats. Roddy Piper, obviously, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and CM Punk.
But again, I 100% agree with that. And you know what? Like I have said 100 times, and I will continue to say 100 times. If you're talking about the GOAT and trash talking, you want to know how to trash talk somebody? Go look the old Piper stuff. Because Piper gave no fuck.
No, he did not.
You could be a heel, you could be a face. He did not care. It was his way, and that was it.
Yep. Exactly, it was.
This is John Layfield saying, "Love Danny Trejo." By the way, check out how big Ron's arms are still.
Look at that. Look at that man's arms are gigantic.
Yeah. Still.
Hulk Hogan, bright about 24-inch pythons. I bet that's at least 25, 30.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's outrageous. Congratulations, Boogeyman. If people don't like this post, well, good luck sleeping tonight because the Boogeyman is coming to get you.
I love the Boogeyman. I had to put that on there because granted, he is like 60 years old now, but for pure nostalgia, the Boogeyman, even if he came out there and got his butt whooped, I would just love to see the Boogeyman make a couple of appearances.
Yeah, with the can of worms.
Yeah, eating his worms. There was even one that he, Julia, not the one now, but there was a Julia who had like, I don't even know what the whole purpose of it was, but she had like this like tumor thing on her face, and she had it on there for like years, and it was 100% fake. But one of the first things the Boogeyman did, like when he came out, is he's sitting there and he's doing this whole like looking at her face, and he rips off this like tumor and eats it, and then she was magically cured of it. It never came back. Blah blah blah, whatever. But it was just one of those moments you when you're watching it,
just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I remember that. That was like one of the first things I really remember from the Boogeyman. That, and of course, eating the worms. But
yeah.
And this is Charles Robinson saying that John Cena didn't talk to him after Night of Champions. I had no idea what happened. I was running 80%, but 100% could have been different. If you look at where I landed, I was inches from the stairs. The really sad thing about this is I thought we had respect, but afterwards he said absolutely nothing.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this. I believe this is 100% a story.
Yeah, I mean, they probably went out and had a drink after this.
But I posted that because I do think it is part of the story.
Yeah.
But like we've seen, and like I think I've posted before, hold on, I really want to talk about that. I really want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, John Cena is really just a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he made sure he stays and signs every autograph and talks to every fan. This whole, you're a piece of shit, and you're a piece of shit, and all you can go to hell, you never respected me, is a complete story.
Yeah.
It is a complete work. And do I hate him? I've always hated him. I've hated John Cena in ring for years.
Yeah.
But I've also said for years, as a person, he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He's a stand-up guy. I appreciate him as the human being that he is. But as a wrestler, you're a piece of shit.
Fair enough. But I'm going to let you take this one since you
Okay. If anybody's watched AEW, which I watched AEW, like I said, when WWE was failing under McMahon.
Yep.
Britt Baker is phenomenal. She is definitely a top-tier athlete. And the rumor is she wants out of her contract, and the rumor is WWE is, how to say this, foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, chop it at the bit.
They're ready. They want this.
Yep.
The rumor is she is not done until sometime in 2026 to 27.
Yeah, with injury stuff and whatnot.
And if they count injuries, it's sometime early to late 26. If they count injuries, it could go into 27.
Yeah.
So, but she is wanting to release. There is a lot of talk. I think I even got a little bit further down. There is talk. AEW is. They don't. Nobody thinks AEW is going to do anything with it. They think they're eventually going to let her out. But here's the problem, and this is where I think they might be getting a little petty with it.
They don't want to let talent go to WWE.
That's not the biggest part. Evolution's coming.
Yeah.
If you get a talent from AEW who walks in at Evolution as a new WWE superstar, you realize the pop that's going to get across social media.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're really trying to avoid that. Yeah. There's what it is.
Has over a year remaining. If injury time is factored in, she could be under contract until 2027, just like you said. According to WrestleTix, more than 10,700 tickets have been distributed for Saturday night's main event so far. Stephanie Fakir says this year was her 4th of July.
Her first 4th of July.
Her first, yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I thought that was great because here you don't think about it.
Yeah.
We don't think about it. And for somebody who has grown up in Mexico, traveled the world to Japan and China and all these things that she's never truly been here.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't think about that.
No.
And here she is, late 20s, mid 20s, right around there. And you're like, she never had a 4th of July? We take it for advantage. That we have a 4th of July. We're free, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to go down. We're not going to go down that road.
We are not, because that's a whole other.
That's a whole slippery slope.
Matt Hardy says he and Jeff Hardy would like one last hurrah with WWE. I think we do want to do the WWE Hall of Fame. I think we would like maybe one last hurrah with WWE. That could even be possible while working with TNA too, so we'll see. I mean, we did see them in NXT, so...
Yeah, and they even said that they want to come back, so...
Am I the only one who would love to see Trish Stratus get the Women's Championship? I think so.
Well, like I said, I wanted to bring that... Like, why I brought this up is because I wanted to bring it up. But I think we kind of already had that discussion when we had it.
Yeah,
do I think Trish should win? Sure. Do I think Trish should win? No.
No. Absolutely not.
No.
I think just to put it on Trish, to have Trish lose it to Jade
is meaningless.
Yeah. I think Tiffy, in order to prove herself, needs to beat Trish and Jade and walk out of SummerSlam still on Tiffy time.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yep.
I agree. You want to solidify her as
one of the best.
Yeah, as the youngest, most rising star WWE has seen. Which, granted, we could probably come up with more now, but that's like her claim.
But
yeah. I mean, she is the youngest ever
to hold the title.
Yep. So
exactly.
I think to solidify.
Zoe Stark is aiming for a return in 8 months. I hope she does. I really do.
I hope so too.
And I posted that because, like I said, we sit here and we talk about the injuries and their possible returns, and Zoe saying, "I'm shooting at 8 months."
Yeah.
Good for her.
I hope it works out for you. I genuinely do.
Yes.
I would love to see her back in performance. Solo Sikoa introduces his new faction, MFT, to the world.
And here we go. Since they were kind of wrong in how auto-corrected, there's your wording.
What you're looking at right now is nothing like the Bloodline. This group is way more stronger, and dangerous than ever. These are my MFTs, my family tree, and now my family is complete. And you're right. I do see the other Tonga, I don't fucking know. There's too many. Johnny Gargano tries...
I gotta bring that up during the thing, because he was yelling at him in the ring.
He tries his best, but things are not the way they used to be. We're your family, not them. Going back to their NXT days in... I don't know what their faction was called.
The Gargano of the family, something like that.
Yeah. I
just thought this was cool. This is just Rusev and JC Perry, Lana, whatever, celebrating the 4th. Because, one, I absolutely adore these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you love them, whether you hate them, whatever, they were married, were split, on the verge of divorce, started re-talking, what's the word I'm looking for? Renewed their vows, and now are happier than ever.
Yeah.
And it just proves that everyone's always like, no, I don't want to spend any time away from them. I love them, blah, 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 blah.
Sometimes time apart is what you need to grow closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
2 more matches confirmed for Evolution 2. Yes, we talked about this. Their women's title match, Jade versus Naomi. Why isn't this in a steel cage or some shit?
And then we got the rest of the card, at least how it is so far.
We have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the women's title. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the women's title. JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT women's title. Jade Cargill versus Naomi No Holds Barred, so I guess that's something. And then Roxanne and Raquel versus Charlotte and Alexa Bliss versus a to be determined NXT team and a to be determined Raw team.
Yep.
For the women's tag titles. Right here.
So this is
And the Evolution Battle Royale.
Yep, and JC Jane.
Yeah.
Versus Jordan.
Yep. And then we get their match Saturday Night Main Event.
And there's the actual like poster of what is coming for that.
Several in WWE reportedly expect Jelly Roll's appearance on the July 11th episode of Smackdown to be the start of something more, with the anticipation being that he will make more appearances afterward. Jelly Rolls also said to not be touring the weekend of SummerSlam.
I just caught that.
Yeah, he's probably going to be at SummerSlam.
Hold on. Travis Scott.
No.
Shows up.
No!
John Cena. Jelly Roll comes out and helps Cody.
No.
Yeah! And then the next pay-per-view, whatever's after SummerSlam, we get the worst match ever. Jelly Roll versus Travis Scott.
No.
Okay.
Just shoot me now.
I only say this because of what we have said before. It's going to be WrestleMania main event in 5 years, whatever it was. Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast. So at Mania, we're going to get Travis Scott versus Jelly Roll.
Yeah. Hey. Travis Scott would be a flat pancake.
Anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna think about that at all. Per WrestleVotes, WWE has considered bringing back TNA talents, The Inspiration, also known as the Iconics, for the Evolution 2 PLE next week in Atlanta, Georgia.
I want this.
Yes.
I think to bring him back, even if they bring him back as The Inspiration, to have them come out there would be absolutely great. I think TNA needs to be on the card.
And then
I put this on there simply because it is Penta, and I debated on putting it on Raw, but since he was talking about his brother...
Yeah. Penta says to see his brother Ray Phoenix become... He wants to see his brother Ray Phoenix become WWE champion one day. I am the yin, my brother is yang. You need this balance in life. The Lucha Brothers, in my opinion, is balance in life. One good guy, the other not a good guy. He has more to say that is not here. Give me one moment. Anyway. I prefer dark. My brother is more light. I love my brother because together we started in this career like 20 years ago. He is 6 years younger than me, so I always protect my brother. I will always protect my brother. I want to see my brother one day become WWE champion. Fair fucks, man. I would love to see either of you become world champion, honestly.
Yeah.
Better than the shit we got right now. But that is it for us. If you made it this far on the stream, go ahead and give us a follow so you can get notified whenever we go live to talk about more wrestling stuff. If you want to, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comment section. If you want to chat with us, join us on Discord. If you want to help support us, press that donate button in the About Me section. But that is it. I am Tofari.
I'm CK.
I'm Knight Rider. Good night.
See ya.